There were several things, but I think one that stands out to me was the talk about the relational dance and how to better communicate, how to better relate with each other was illustrated by a dance, and the things we got used to, how we got used to relating were illustrated by dance moves, and that was a good visual picture of how we either interact well or we don't.
The Lord highlighted for me how to admonish each other, and He also highlighted the difference between natural unity, which is like coming to a tolerable end, a tolerable agreement, versus coming into unity in the Spirit, allowing the Lord to show both of us where we needed to go and coming into an agreement of a direction.
The thinking of our relationship patterns as a dance was something really new for us, that there was sort of this cycle that we would get ourselves into and that we could get out of that and then replace it with positive relating patterns.
Yeah, it wasn't that it wasn't just enough to stop the bad behavior, the wrong behavior, but it's actually important to replace it with the loving behavior. And it was a big deal because, especially for both of us having grown up in church, it had never actually been explained to us that way.
Yeah, that was kind of a shock that we had both been through lots of teachings, and that was one thing we had never been taught.
So it was really being known and having her bring some things up that I could change right then and there. And they were quick to fall off because I was so ready to just be done with that.
Well, the biggest deal for Marriage M.INT was the aspect that was what I classified a Mike meant. Because for me, it was all about me and the fact of really bringing to light something that happened in my past that created these barriers for me to have right relationships with anyone, not just with my wife, but in general, but it impacted my relationship with my wife. Really letting things go to find out what it was that created that barrier, and to see God really set me free from that, it was huge, and really was able to change how I perceived and looked at relationships and what they really mean in general.
Well, the key piece for me was the listening and understanding, because Russ and I had been married for over 20 years, and you feel like, well, I know him, what could I not understand? I already know. But learning what that actually means, to listen and to understand, and to realize I wasn't actually listening to Russ. And after Marriage M.INT, I began to be able to really listen to him and address his concerns.
For me, the first M.INT, because we had two, helped me to really break through some barriers and make me aware. It helped me to be aware of my selfish reactions. And all of the content was really challenging but powerful. And so by the second M.INT, a lot of the testimonies started to really get to my heart, and the teachings as well.